York's Ebor Festival is undoubtedly a highlight of the British sporting summer, a hugely social occasion off the track. While on it, some of the sport's leading stars come to strut their stuff, including the world's best racehorse, Baaeed, who blessed the crowds with his 10th consecutive win in the Juddmonte International. But with this festival falling in late August, for many it marks a turning point in the season, with a focus now on end-of-year targets. For some, like Baaeed, that means staying in Europe, but for others, long-haul flights beckon. And this meeting has always been heavily linked with the Spring Carnival, and in particular, the Lexus Melbourne Cup. One horse who's all set to head down under is Deauville Legend after his impressive success in the Great Voltage Stakes.
Deauville Legend strikes the front from El Bodegon as they race inside the final 150 yards, and Danny Muscat looks across and sees he's going further clear on Deauville Legend. What a likeable horse he is, and he's going to take the Great Voltager for the James Ferguson team.
So Dan, winning the Great Voltager was the biggest win in your career. How now do you view a possible trip to the Melbourne Cup?
What he did here on Wednesday was definitely a career best, and it's nice he's progressed from each run this year, and yeah, he's stamped himself as a really nice candidate to go down there. Probably his racing style, he's not an out and out galloper. He's got plenty of gears, he's good cruising speed, gate speed, he can put himself in a position.
Another potential Cup contender is Quickthorn, who romped to a 14-length win in the Lonsdale Cup Stakes for Tom Marquand and trainer Hughie Morrison.
And it's Quickthorn down towards the last furlong, still with a commanding advantage over Coltrane and mostly cloudy, then chasing shadows in behind, chasing in vain. Quickthorn from the front, ease down to complete the hat-trick and win the Lonsdale Cup in great style.
Britain's richest handicap, the historic Ebor over 2,700 metres, is the obvious race to throw up a Cup contender, and both the winner and runner-up may face each other again at Flemington after this cracking finish.
Three in a line as they head deep inside the last furlong. Alfred Boucher easing into a narrow lead. Chorleyman battling back under the Torley drive. Alfred Boucher from Chorleyman, it's going to get very close between the two.
The outcome of the photo finish for first place. First, number 19, Chorleyman.
John, winning the Ebor sets up perhaps a possible trip to Melbourne Cup. Would you consider that for this horse?
Well, yes, he's an older horse, and obviously he gets the trip well. So to that extent, it makes a lot of sense. But we'll have to see where he is in the weights. And I can't talk to Bart Cummings about it anymore, an old pal of mine, but I'm sure he'll tell me to stay away. But it's an incredible event. This track on Ebor Day has an amazing atmosphere, and you know, Melbourne Cup is an atmosphere you have to be there to believe it. It's beautifully done. It's just a tremendous day's racing. It sort of stops the country, and to that extent, I'm a great lover of that kind of edition.
I think we'd be very tempted. Obviously, the issue that we have is if he's high enough to get in. You know, he's run today, I think, off about 102, I think, and so he probably might not just be high enough. But we'll certainly make a nomination at the weekend and see where we are going forward.
Lee, a cracking Ebor. Are we going to see those top two at the Melbourne Cup this year?
I think there's a good chance. John Gosden actually afterwards was chatting with him, and he seemed very positive that we'd nominate the horse, and the more we kept chatting, the more he kept saying 2 miles at Flemington, 2 miles at Flemington. I think it'll suit the horse. If you notice, he was coming again, probably about a furlong out, looked like he'd gone, but then he was really coming again. So I think we'll at least get a nomination. And Ian Williams with Alfred Boucher, what a great effort to back him up from earlier in the week. To nearly win, I mean, probably past the post, he's ahead again. If they get in, they'll be on the minimum. They'll be around like that 53.5 kg. So we'll obviously need the handicapper to make an assessment of them. But exciting finish, and those two horses will be great in the Melbourne Cup.